All right, shalom everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. Before we start, you notice that YouTube is shadowing my channel, so I might switch for some time to Rumble totally. All right, shalom everyone,
I
and
have my
peace of the Lord to all
audio.
of you. I hope my voice, sorry, my audio is coming back. So, you notice that how YouTube is keeping my channel unseen. It's impossible that somebody have 214,000 subscribers and then someone have 1,000 subscribers. He have more view than my channel. Doesn't make sense, right? Simply because YouTube is playing games as usual. We don't do, super chat, and we don't support their agenda. So it's very normal to see what they are doing. So I might switch to Rumble for some time. At least we will make our backup known by many of you because all of you depend on YouTube. And those who have issue with Rumble to view it, there's a VPN for free. You can just change your country and you can see it easy. Our topic today is about Indonesia because many of you is surprised why Indonesia made such a speech about Israel. For me, I am not really surprised. But let's go to the speech and go to the part where the Indonesian president he speak about Israel.
Madam President, distinguished delegates, we are greatly heartened by the events of the last few days, where significant leading countries of the world have chosen to side with history, to choose the right side of history, the path of the moral high ground, the path of rectitude, the path of justice, the path of humanity, to shun hatred, to overcome suspicion,
I'm not sure why
and
the page is
avoid.
coming wrongly. Give me a second, please. What is that? Hold on. I open wrong browser. Give me a second. We don't want that. Give me a second. All right. And then we go here. All right, now we have it correctly. Give me a second here. So this is the Indonesian president speaking in the United Nations. Let us hear what he said, and then we will analyze why and how this speech even came to existence.
Not use science to destroy. Let rising nations help others to lift themselves. I am convinced that the leaders of the great world civilizations of the West, of the East, of the North, of the South, leaders of America, Europe, of India, China, the Islamic world, the whole world, I am convinced they will rise to their role demanded by history. We are all hopeful that the leaders of the world will show great statesmanship, great wisdom, restraint, humility, overcome hate, overcome suspicion. Madam President, distinguished delegates, We are greatly heartened by the events of the last few days, where significant leading countries of the world have chosen to side with history, to choose the right side of history, the path of the moral high ground, the path of rectitude, the path of justice, the path of humanity, to shun hatred, to overcome suspicion, and to avoid the use of violence. The use of violence will beget violence. No one country can bully the whole community of the human family. We may be weak individually, but the sense of oppression, the sense of injustice has proven in the history of mankind that this sense of injustice, this sense of oppression will unite into a strong force that will overcome this oppression.
You know, I don't know how many Indonesian are listening to me, but your president is a piece of shit. He's speaking about unjust, yet if somebody make a video in YouTube on oppression, if somebody make a video in YouTube debating a Muslim speak against Islam, he will be arrested. If somebody made a video in YouTube speaking against the government, he will be arrested. If somebody says something does not suit the Muslims majority, he will be beaten in the street and he will be discriminated. If somebody is a Christian, he have a church, we go to the church and we break their windows and their chairs and we beat women. So in the United Nations, they make speeches full of passionate about depression and right and wrong. But I have to say to you, Indonesian, your president is a piece of shit. Even though some people, they like what he said about Israel, but for me, that will not change anything. He is a piece of shit. Your government is a government of shit, and they are giving us a shitty speech, have nothing to do with reality. Because the worst of you, even your stupid Quran say, is the one who says something and do something else. So you are a hypocrite, coward, liar, and manipulator, claiming that you are against oppression, saying we should stand against oppression when your country is one of the biggest country in the world practicing oppression. What a filthy liar you are. This remind me of Jesus when he speak about the one who can see the little thing in your eye, but he don't see the tree in his eye. I mean, you Indonesian government, you don't have a tree in your eye. You have a volcano in your eye. Look in the street, you idiot. Check around. Who is the Muslims who attack East Timor and slaughter thousands of Christians? Is it this is your country? Who are you? What are you talking about? So you know, people they can be, let us say, emotional. Like I saw some Christians saying, "Wow, what a great speech! He have a great speech." In fact, no, he have no great speech. He is just a piece of shit, like all those who they are in politics and religion in Islam in Indonesia. It's a shitty speech, excuse my language, does not present anything realistic. He's fake, he's unreal. And in order, if you want to speak about oppression and you are against it, then prove it. You are a president. Release anyone who is in jail right now because he spoke his belief. He did not commit violence. If somebody commit violence, keep him in jail. If somebody kills somebody, keep him in jail. But if somebody go on YouTube debating with the Muslims, and just because he beat them in the debate, you take him to jail, you beat the hell of him. And then you go to United Nations, as all you Muslims, you speak so good about freedom and justice, but you are full of oppression and hatred. He's taking a speech about hatred. Go and check in Indonesia how they gather by tens of thousands shouting nothing but hatred. Maybe this guy, he don't see what's happening in his country. You know, those are children of rich people when they are young. They send them to study in England. All the rich Indonesian. In fact, with me in the school, I had some Indonesian who they are rich, very rich. They send them, to Western country to study. That's why they speak English. When they are living in the West, like I remember once, there was an Indonesian girl, and her father was a minister. I forgot of what, who care for me, and So anyway, uh, the university took us in a boat. So one of the guys, the student, he said, "I have tattoo." The Indonesian girl, the Muslim girl, she said, "I have tattoo too." He said, "Where?" She pulled down her pants, showing us her ass, and she have a tattoo. So the daughter of this minister, she will go to Indonesia wearing hijab, but in the West, she show us her butt. Literally, she took off her pant. She turned her butt to us. We were sitting. She was standing, and she turned her back and she pulled down her pants, showing us the tattoo where over her butt. So in the appearance, they claim to be very religious. In the practice, they are the most lousy. They will take their pant in 2 seconds. All right. Now let us continue and see what this guy is trying to say. He's against injustice. He's against hatred. Well, his book is the Quran. It says, chapter 5, verse 51, "I will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians and the day of judgment." In the same chapter is saying the same against the Jews. So if you are against hatred, you liar, then you should ban the Quran, because your Quran is a source of hate. So how you can fight hate when you teach your kids hate? How you can fight hate when your prophet is a prophet of hatred? He's satanic. Go, go. Those speeches mean nothing to me, but they can, people who do not know much about what's going on, you can, fool them.
That will overcome this injustice. To close, I would like to reiterate again Indonesia's complete support for the two-state solution in Palestine.
There is people, a group of Indonesian, they are employee in the United Nations. Whatever this guy he says, he clap. Nice try. All those who they acknowledge so-called Palestine, this is not the first time they acknowledge it anyway. I mean, this is something they do every few years. And Palestine never came to existence because it was never exist. We acknowledge, the full state of Palestine, and then the same people who speak about that, and this is why they are speaking. Actually, let me play it today, and then I will finish.
We must have an independent Palestine, but we must also recognize, we must also respect, and we must also guarantee the safety and security of Israel. Only then we can have real peace. Real peace.
See, now nobody clap. The Muslims, nobody clap. But let me tell you something. All this speech is nothing but shitty speech. Those Indonesian government, they are in deep relationship with Israel a long time ago. You see, in the appearance, they claim, like now, some people suppose, like surprised that he said that. But if you go and do little search in the internet, you will see that Indonesia depend big time on technology of Israel. And they even provided with many kind of a spying software, spying technology to the government of Indonesia, technology for missiles, airplanes. So in the appearance, they say we support Palestinian, but they are one of the biggest buyers for Israeli technology. Uh, Many of those countries who speak against Israel in TV, they are in deep ties with Israel, starting from Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, even the filthy Qatar. They kiss the ass of the Israeli. So they go on TV, they make a very harsh speech, but behind the curtain, they call the Israeli Habibi. Can we have a please, Habibi, this technology, Habibi? Can you provide us with those chips, Habibi? We need them, Habibi. All right. So they are not doing favor to Israel. They are not acknowledging anything. They are practicing official relationship with Israel from long time ago. You know, when the Saudi Arabia, they allowed the Israeli to fly over their space. Did you ask yourself why? How Saudi Arabia is a country is disgusted by Israel, and then they allow them to fly over Saudi Arabia. How Jordan is disgusted by by Israel, and they allow them to fly over Jordan. How Iraq is disgusted, how everybody is disgusted, buddy. But then they allow them to fly like, you know, like bees in the wind. Zzz, the Israelis all over the place. Emirat is so disgusted with the Israeli war in Gaza, but Israeli tourist is a flooding Emirat. How that work? You see, what those people say in the stage have nothing to do with what happened behind the curtain. Let me describe for you how the Muslim world looked for me as a person who came to the Middle East. Have you ever seen a movie where there is a secretary and there's a boss? And then the secretary, she is wearing, you know, dressed like a lady. And then she go next to the boss to sign a paper. And then the boss, excuse my language, by the way, it's going to be a little bit sexual, but because this is how I see it. So the lady, she is wearing hijab. She is wearing long skirt. She is supposedly very religious. And the boss is sitting behind the table, is doing what the boss do. She bring the papers and then he push his hand between her legs. I'm not going to continue to say what happened next, you know. This is how I see the Muslim world. It's like a whore, secretary whore. She go to the boss, the Israeli. In the appearance, the secretary is very well respected. In reality, the boss his hand between her legs. And this is how the Israeli treat the Muslims and the Arab. They treat them as a bunch of whore because they know them, they are whores. They have no dignity. Like even the president of Syria, who is Al-Qaeda, you believe it or not, he kissed the ass of Israel. If you remember, Trump, he mentioned that we're going to deport all those who are in Gaza to Indonesia. Indonesia is the country who accept. They did not say no. We should establish two states to Palestine, but then at the same time send them here, okay? Send them here. All right. Here will they will be disappeared. We have big population, and those Gaza, you know, like 2 million, they count nothing in our population. So in the appearance they say something, in reality they say something else. We should acknowledge Israel. Who cares if you acknowledge Israel or not? Israel is there. You acknowledge it or not, who cares, you know? Is there, is going to stay. And here you see how the world changed. From nobody want to accept Israel, like Israel have no place there, you know, to we should respect Israel. We should guarantee the security. You guarantee security. You cannot guarantee your security. In fact, the major reason for Indonesia to speak as this is their fear of China. There's a big dispute between the Indonesian and the Chinese in the sea. And you know, the Indonesian, they are doing invasion in the sea. As an example, in Australia, every almost a few weeks or every week, there's a boat, you know, Indonesian boat, fishing boat, etc. boat, captured and burned by the Australian. And the same as for the Chinese. So there is a big competition for food in the sea, territory. And the coming war of Indonesia will be with China. Even though in the appearance of the speech, he mentioned China. But in reality, China is their dragon. They are too much afraid. Indonesia want to swallow Singapore, but China want to swallow Indonesia. And the big fish eat the small fish. So Indonesia might be big for a country like Singapore, but it's so small to a country like China. and they are terrified, and the only one can help them is Israel. And the reason for that, not only because Israel, they have technology, Israeli have no rules. To make it simple, the Israeli learn how to survive. They don't have Congress like in USA. They say do this, do that, and the president, he is, under captivity. The Israeli are different people. They have different government. They have different system, and most of their deals happen under the table. So under the table, we can support you. Above the table, you can shout at us. It's like when Turkey, they speak against Israel, but at the same time they kiss their ass. All Muslim countries never change. They are the biggest hypocrite ever. Never believe what they see in TV. This guy, he is not saying I respect Israel. He's saying I kiss the ass of Israel. As simple as that. If you go right now and check Israel, Indonesia buying technology from Israel, this is that something new? Hmm? No. How you are against in Israel and you are buying everything you need? All of them, they are hypocrite. Emirat, Bahrain, you name it. All right. Uh, and for sure, they don't buy from Israel shoes. They don't buy underwear. You know, they buy weapon. Serious weapon, important weapon. No question about that. Let us see. Just to show you some example. The Abrahamic Accord, the one they call it Abrahamic Accord, which have nothing to do with Abraham, and none of those Muslims are Abrahamic anyway. I mean, how in the world this is can be called Abrahamic Accord? But anyway, the shitty word is shitty word. Uh, like this here is a website. Little search you will find. The internet today is very useful. So the benefit of Indonesia in the Abrahamic Accord. What is this benefit? All of it is about the benefit of Indonesia having access to Israel, access to weapon in Israel. All right. There's nothing really except access to weapon in Israel, access to technology in Israel. You know, they are trying to make airplanes, they are trying to make weapons, they are trying to make etc. All those Arab, they are kissing the ass of Israel. It's not the opposite. It's not Israel saying to them, please accept us. No, it is the opposite. All right, it is the opposite. And the most important thing they are trying to get from Israel is war technology. War technology. Uh, the numbers might be not big as a trade, but the quality is important. What they are getting from there. So you can go and find tons of articles about Indonesia buying technology from Israel. Uh, in the appearance, Jakarta called for boycotting Israel. In reality, they buy their important needs from Israel. Yeah. So, like if you go in the news, it keeps saying Indonesia must stop trade with Israel. Indonesia must do this. Indonesia must do that. Okay, why you don't do it? Why you don't do it? Because you cannot. Do it. Do it. Do it. Potato. You Muslims are a bunch of potatoes. Indonesia import from Israel of arms and ammunition. Another numbers here. Another number, the benefit of Indonesia of Abrahamic Accord. A Free Palestine Network call for registration to boycott Israel. You see, so why anyway Islamic countries are having trade business? When you have a trade business, already you acknowledge Israel. What are you talking about? What this guy is saying, we should acknowledge Israel. Well, you are already buying from them, doing business with them. So simply to explain to you the Arab mentality, they are a bunch of hypocrites. I mean, I never saw in my life people are hypocrite as the Arab. In fact, one of the major reasons for me to leave the Middle East is this. I mean, you cannot find one decent businessman in the Middle East. They are liars, fake, thieves, dishonest. And if you find one of them is dishonest, they will crush him. You will find some they are I mean honest people. You will find, but those will be crushed because the majority it's a wolf society. You go to the butcher to buy meat. He have nice meat is hanged in front of you. You say, what do you want? You tell him, I want meat for a steak. He will not cut from the one he show you. He go to the fridge. He get the worst meat. He slaughter it. He cut it pieces. You don't see even what he's cutting. You go home, you find a piece of garbage. And this, if you are lucky, you're eating beef. You might even find yourself eating the meat of a donkey or a horse. You go to buy tomato. They put nice tomato in front of you, and then in the back, which you cannot see, all the bad ones. So you say how much? They will not let you pick it up. How much you want? You say 2 kilos. He give you the first kilo in the bottom of the case, the ruined one, the one they will throw in the garbage at the end of the day. And then he put a few ones there, look nice in the top. You go home, you find all the liquid squeezed down. And that goes on. Electricity, companies, judges corrupt, presidents, princes, all. I mean, it's a shish kebab country. And then they go and they give you a speech about justice, about humanity, about what's right and what's wrong. Nobody speak about right and wrong as they do. Nobody mention the word God as they do. I mean, they say the word God even when they are having sex, which means they should not say it a lot because they don't have too much sex. So a very, very hypocritical society. Uh, they claim they are against Israel, but all of them they buy from Israel. Which means you're acknowledging it because in order to buy from Israel as a country, you have to make a deal with country. It's not you don't go and call like, "Hello, Amazon, I want to." This doesn't, especially when you are buying an ammunition and weapon. This is a deal have to be approved by the Department of Defense. Israeli companies cannot just sell you an emission and take it. They have to get acknowledgement from the government. So the Indonesian government, many Islamic countries are buying weapon and ammunition from Israel. And then in TV, they go say to you, boycott Israel. They are doing unjust to Palestinians. So you are funding Israel, and the Israeli army is funded by you, Muslim hypocrite. And then they go and attack the terrorists of Hamas. And by the way, none of those who live in Gaza is a Palestinian. You are just a bunch of ignorant in history. You are ignorant about everything. You are ignorant about your religion. Like, who is a Muslim can debate me? No one. Who is a Muslim can prove me wrong about his religion? Even your religion, you do not know it. I mean, this guy who is claiming to be a Muslim, the president of Indonesia, he cannot even say his prophet name correctly. Can you? Hmm? And what is that you have in your chest? A medal? What is that? A medal of hypocrisy? Who gave you that medal? I mean, why somebody going on the stage have a medal? Like you give it yourself because you are president? Like Al-Qaddafi, he gave himself 1,000 medal and he put them in his chest? Like how you earn this medal? Like, did you win the chess game? Like, do you have a power of 40 men like Prophet Muhammad and boom boom? Huh? He gave himself a medal and now supposedly he is a president. and he want to acknowledge Israel, but in reality they are kissing the ass of Israel. So those tricks doesn't work with us. It work with those naive, Indonesian. Uh, I want to give you a middle, by the way, but don't worry, it's not going to be the middle finger. I don't do that. They don't call it middle. They call it middle. Middle. I don't know. Excuse my English. So anyway, what you see in TV have nothing to do with reality. Learn. What they say in TV, all those presidents are a bunch of liars. Never trust them, never listen to them, never believe a word of what they say. I mean, those people, even when they say to their own wives, I love you, they mean I hate you. Uh, don't take what they say seriously. All right? Uh, like as an example, the Syrian president, he makes speeches. We are going to free the land from the Jews. Allahu Akbar. And then 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and he don't dare to shoot a bullet at Israel. A new president come, a new leader come, an old leader go. The same potato. The new one they have right now in Syria, the head of Al Qaeda, they invited him to United Nations. Israel is 20 kilometers away from Damascus. He don't even dare to fart. He don't dare even to open his mouth. In fact, he allowed them to go and have, what they call it, humanitarian aid to the Druze. So in public, they say something. In reality, they do something else. All right? So if you want to learn about the Middle East, my friend, learn it from me. I'm from there. Don't learn it from those who never been there. If you want to understand the mentality of those people, learn it from the people themselves. People who they are honest, not people who they lie. If you ask any Middle Eastern, even by the way, Christian Middle Eastern, they are so proud, so they are so arrogant. If you ask a Middle Eastern Christian, what do you think about Western? Disgusting people. Even Christians, not only Muslims, they have a very weird way of thinking. They are proud and arrogant. They think they are the highest in the world. They think they are the highest quality. But the second you check, do a reality check, you will notice that you don't want even to know them. For sure, I'm not saying everybody. In every community, there is good, there is bad, right? But I'm speaking in general. If you sit with a Muslim or if you sit with a Christian from the Middle East, you will see how much they think they are. Like those Americans are a piece of shit, man. We are the best. Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, yeah. And then they are like, I mean, they discriminate each other. Like even if you want to marry a woman, do you know how they marry you? What's your last name? Oh, it's a good family. Okay, it's even by name. How much money you have? What do you do for a living? It's not about the girl, she like him, they love each other. No, you have to pass the quiz of hypocrisy. So, do you have a nice fancy car? Do you have a big house? Do you have money? Do you? And then, if you are rich and you are not from good family, they ignore the big family. The big family appear only if he is not. I mean, it's just a total hypocrisy society. Uh, this is why I don't associate. I don't have Middle Eastern friends. I'm not saying all of them they are the same, but I wish I can find the one I can friend. I don't have a problem with friending them, but I stay away from them because you invite them to your house. The second they leave your door, they will start talking about you. I'm not saying talking about you nicely. They will talk about you, gossiping about you. Very wicked society. Like when you invite a Middle Eastern to your house, you are inviting a journalist who will carry all the news inside your house and give it to the next door. And not only that, he will add a spice. It's not only he will carry what he heard. So it's a very bad society, very bad way they grow. Uh, and then, and I believe all of this is the same in the Muslim society, wherever you go. And the Christian, the Middle East, they are under the influence of Muslims, so they start acting like them. They learn their hypocrisy. They learn that lying is the way to live. They became like them. They use the word Allah even in their churches. So what do you expect? Even in their churches, they use the word Allah. And we keep saying to them, don't do that, don't say that, but they are like, speaking like, don't waste your time trying to teach a donkey how to speak. He will affect you, he will make you a donkey like him. In Indonesia, if a Christian debate Muslims about Islam, they will be arrested. This is what I'm saying. He's talking about this guy talking about justice and freedom and standing against oppression. And in Indonesia, if somebody make a little video debate and answering a Muslim, they arrest him right away. But I'm not surprised if this is happening in Indonesia. I mean, they are doing that in UK. UK is you see this is why the Muslims they like the socialist, they like the lefty, because lefty and Muslims both are dictatorship. So lefty they sponsor Muslim they sponsor lefty because both of them they fit together in the same kingdom. I'm going to use those words because it describe literally who they are. They are like a dirty penis claiming to be clean because they wear a condom. It's called hijab. But wearing the hijab, the condom of Allah, will not make you clean. We know that all of you are a bunch of whores. The condom of Allah will not protect you. You are full of it. All right? Can you say something about Netanyahu's statement about Hamas in Beijing? I don't know what he said. I did not hear it, so I don't know what. My friend, all statement they say in the stage, Israeli or not Israeli, that it doesn't count. Never take what people say on a stage into account. Take what they do. Who care what they say? Netanyahu can say good, he can say bad. What count is what he will do in the ground. Never, never consider a speech a reality. The second you do that, you are making a big mistake. All right? When Jesus, our Lord, he commanded the disciple to listen to the rabbi because they speak good, but he told them don't do what they do. You know, they speak good, they teach the law. Okay, learn from them, but don't do what they do. And this is the scenario of the Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern, you cannot change that. They are like this for centuries and thousands of years. They are a nation of hypocrites. It doesn't matter what is the ethnic. I mean, the Middle East have an infestation, an infection. It's called hypocrisy, and that infestation spread around the world. So if you judge by a speech, everybody look good, everybody is wonderful, right? But reality is different story. Uh, any question for me before we finish for today? As you see, I'm coming like trying to be in short videos. I know that YouTube is not going to promote our videos and make it being seen, but who care? I will do my part, and as long the videos they come and published by other channels, that is fine. People will see it. I'm sound little sick. Why I'm sound little sick? No, I'm strong like a horse. Thank you, my friend. But don't worry, I'm not sick. I'm not. I'm just not directing my voice to the microphone. And I'm drinking my tea. Do you want some? I can walk 20 kilometers easy. I'm not sick, thank God. All right. uh, yeah, actually, I like to walk. I don't. I favor walking over all kind of transportation. Uh, you want tea? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We are Arab. We are very generous. We will give you tea. All right. However, during the conversation, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, and then I will tell the neighbors about what you told me, and I will add some spice. So this tea is going to be very costly. Yeah, 20 kilometers is not much. Is it much for you? Actually, I encourage all of you to walk because walking keep you in good, cycle your blood, keep your body in good shape. And same time, walking helped me to think. It's a very, very good way. I don't go to those gym. At first, I don't go to the gym because it's like a striptease club. Women wearing weird stuff. You will see. I mean, women they want to go to the gym. They cannot wear clothes to the gym except something going in her vagina, and the back is going in her anus, and the man guy his penis is coming out. It's not a gym. This is like it's like a genie gym. Where people they are doing striptease. So I'm not going to go to the gym. Go walk. You want to do push up, you do whatever, do anything, but don't go to the stupid gym. This is not a gym. This is a hooker. Honestly, it's a hooker place. I mean, look around you. If I put for you now any videos of those who they are called gym, what the women are wearing there, what the heck is that? I mean, you cannot do sport unless something's so tight on you and going inside your vagina. Literally, literally, you can see it. You can see the curve. You can see the sign, so go left. It says go right. You can see what is going inside her butt. And her breast is coming. I mean, the nipples like saying hello to you. Like, bing, bing, boing, boing. This is not a gym. I believe, actually, many, they go there just to see this. They are not going for a sport. They are going for different sport. So I went once to the gym. They gave a brochure, for free. I said, let me try it. You know, I went once and that's it. Bye bye. I will never go there. Sweat. People smell bad. A woman, she is bending in front of you and her butt is coming in your face and she is wearing very tight clothes. The guy is in the bicycle and he is very overweight. Oh, 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 yeah. You feel like you have a tornado next to you. I mean, it's hilarious. Don't go to the gym. Don't waste your money. Go and walk. All right. Breathe the fresh air given to you by God for free. See the sky. Walk around. Enjoy life. Go to the park. Go anywhere. Don't go to the stupid gym. This doesn't make you any better. All right. Uh, Anatoly, yeah, I saw this guy. He's funny, but I mean, did you see the women in the gym with Anatoly? What the heck is that? uh, Gossiping happened not only in Islamic culture, it happened in every culture. But Middle Eastern are obsessed with it. You know, uh, I grew up in a house where gossiping is not welcome. So if my mother, she's someone, she came to visit her and she starts speaking negative about somebody else, she never invite her again. She never let her get come again. And once I heard my mother saying, the one who speak about others, she will speak about me. She is not welcome. So those people, they come to your house and they speak, they have a friendly faces. They hear from you your news, and then they carry it and they give it to other news, to other house. They are trashy. Uh, yeah, never. If you see a friend start gossiping about others, she will do the same about you. Today she is talking to you. Tomorrow she is talking to somebody else. She will tell them about you. Don't don't associate yourself with such a garbage. You like my mom? Thank God my dad is not here, otherwise he will shoot you. Be careful. My dad is a very jealous man. My mom, she like a singer. The second he appear in TV, he get upset. Here we go. The singer come here, he says, "Hey, look at your mom now. Oh, look at this. All right, dad. You know, so don't say I like your mom. And you're lucky. My dad passed away. Otherwise, you would be dead. All right. Anything else? Yeah, but he is trust. Well, he trusts her. He don't. I mean, he's jealous, like in a funny way. It's not a negative way. All right. Any question? You like my dad? Okay, I will tell my mom what you said. You will be sorry. Oh boy. Do you have any brothers and sisters? I don't share private information about me. There's no need. And you are my brothers and sisters. You see, remember what Jesus said? They said to him, "Your brothers and your mother, are looking for you." He said, "Who are they?" Those are my brothers and my sisters and my mothers, right? Your brothers and sisters is the one who care for you, not necessarily someone is born of your mother. In fact, you might find somebody he's supposed to be a stranger, he can be 1,000 times better than your own family. And I can confirm that to you. It happened to me. Uh, Indonesia never supporting Israel? No, Indonesia always support Israel. Go check. Go check how much weapon they buy, ammunition, technology from Israel. When you buy from me, you support me. Don't tell me you don't. Because you give me money, so I can be richer. So don't tell me they don't support Israel. You do. All Islamic world support Israel. All of them. They are hypocrite, coward, liars. All right? Anything else? Yeah, actually, I have. My family are big. But this is a long time ago. I remember my grandfather, he invited on, like the family, only the family. We were 96 boys over the age of 18. We did not count the ones under the 8, the boys only, not the girls. Only the boys. 96. They count because they want to know how much food they will need to do, to make. So you have a big house, so like separated, location for the adult in a place, the old ones in a place like an adult, and then the ones who they are over 18, and then the one who they are minor, they are in different place. Yeah, that's why if you want to move there, let us say you want to move from house to a house, it take 10 minutes to move the furniture to the truck. I mean trucks, because you have a lot of men to come. Just say hello. I want to move. Bing. Okay. Yeah, and that's why if you fight with one, you fight with all. So you better be careful. Uh, Netanyahu, he said that about China. Let me see what Netanyahu said about China. If this is, I need to watch it. Um, we will see. I will check it out to see what Netanyahu said about China. See, the Chinese, they have, and when we say Chinese, we mean, the government, not Chinese people. Let me see what Netanyahu here is saying.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday said Israel was under siege by China and Qatar. He accused them of working to erode support from Israel's allies, including in Europe and the United States. The Israeli leader spoke to US legislatures.
Cherish your support. We, we value and cherish your support. And there is an active effort to erode it. That effort to besiege Israel, not isolated as much as besiege Israel. That is orchestrated by the same forces that supported Iran. Iran's effort to put a military siege on us and ultimately choke us. We were able to break loose from that siege, and we will have to do several things to break loose from this siege that is organized by a few states. One is China, and the other is Qatar. And they are organizing an attack on Israel legitimacy in the social media of the Western world and the United States. We will have to counter it, and we will counter it with our own efforts.
US Secretary of State Marco Rubio also visited Israel on Monday to show support.
All right. Well, I mean, the Chinese government is like, those worms who suck blood. So if their business is, for sure they have a big business with Muslim world. Israel is a small country. At the same time, Israel is let us say kind of a country which has caused risk to China. As we see that Indonesia need Israel because they are encountering tension with China, the same as Taiwan. Any country who have a problem with China, he will need Israel. So the Chinese are making a big mistake by being hostile against Israel, because then Israel is going to support your enemy. As simple as that. And we know that Chinese, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good they do to the Muslims will never like them. Number one, they are not Muslims. Number two, they don't treat Muslim good in China. Number three, they are communist. Number four, they knew that China is not the same as America. The Chinese government, if they say hello to you, is to suck your blood. They are not the same stupid American who give you USA aid for nothing, just to say you are a homosexual. China is not like that. China, if they invest $1, they have to guarantee they will get 20 back. So when the Chinese invest in any country, like they will tell you, we will build a port for you. Like they went to South America, and they start, luring company or government, sorry, telling them we can make nice port for you, etc. They want to control the sea, and by investing little money compared to what the Chinese have, in the same time, those bankrupt South American government, they find China is the only solution. But in the long run, they will find themselves under occupation. China is not America. The second the Chinese they put their finger inside your country, you cannot cut it off. As simple. China is somehow is like Russia. Like the when Putin he signed an agreement with the Syrian president, the previous one, and the agreement is 99 years bases for their bases in Syria uh, for the sea and for the land, for like airline, or let us say fighter jet base. Uh, a new president came. Can he kick the Russian off? That's it. They will never leave Syria. They own the port there. Nobody, even the 99 years agreement, just shish kebab. You will never let them, that's it. They will never leave. They will never leave until they decide to leave. Like they wouldn't need it no more. But why they would do that? They will never do that. It's a very sensitive location in the middle of the Middle East. It's called the Middle East. I mean, this is Syria, the middle of the middle. So big countries, when they invest in a small country, the purpose is not to make that country flourish, but to swallow it. especially country who have no guarantee of ethic, countries who they want to just be the dragon. So the Russian dragon, the Chinese dragon, there's many dragons. And if you are a small fish, you are a sardine, they will swallow you. All right? They will swallow you. You allow them to swallow. You invite them to your home. Like imagine you are little mice and you invite an elephant to your house, hoping that you can kick the elephant out of your home as you wish, when you wish. You cannot. You know, you made a big mistake. Because when they put billions of dollars, they will say to you, "We will not leave until we get our money," and they didn't have money. So what they do? They will be sure you don't have money. Actually, they will fight you to be poor, so you will not be able to pay them. Israel killed Charlie, but why? If Israel want to kill Charlie, they should kill Cow Dance, should kill Sakar Carson, not Charlie. Charlie support Israel. Those people, they are. This is Qatar propaganda. Sakar Carson, he worked for Qatar. So, they are evil. They are trying to frame Israel with anything. Anything happen in the world is the Jews. A Qatari man, if his wife, she gave birth after a long time without giving birth, he will blame the Jews. If Israel should kill somebody based on that logic, then should attack the one who is attacking Israel, right? And this is not a Charlie. When Charlie, he said something negative about Israel, they will say to you that he mentioned that it's possible that Epstein was an Israeli spy. So what? So that's not a big deal. Any country in the world, anyone he is in connection with the president, they might recruit him. It is possible, but that doesn't make any difference. And this is what people they say. It's not a secret. This is gossip. It's not real. Possible, possible not. But the one who is attacking Israel every day is Sakar Carson. So why do you want to go to Charlie, who support Israel, who carry the flag of Israel? He defend Israel in his books. But they will not go to Sakar Carson or Cow Dance. It's just a stupid agenda. I mean, we have the guy who killed him. We have him confessed. His parents are the one called the police. It's not like the FBI went to a guy, arrested him, forced him to say, no, his parents, they call, hello, our son, he told us he did this. We are bringing to you. So all of this doesn't count, and suddenly it is Israel. And the Israeli are so stupid to bring a kid. He's 20 years old. He go in the roof. Everybody can see him. Even tape him in video. We walk in the front of the camera. They record his face. I mean, this is the Mossad, my friend. The Mossad are the most powerful assassination agency in the world. So if they want to kill somebody, they can kill him easy. They do not need him to go in the front of thousands. They can kill him outside in his bathroom. Why do they want to have thousands of witnesses? Lord. Nasrallah was 14 floor under the ground, the leader of Hezbollah. 14 floor under the ground. All right? Uh, they will not need to do this, They can kill anyone easy. I don't know if you remember the video when they attacked Nasrallah. Man, the ground was shaking. What shaking? Actually, the fire was coming from under the ground. Let us see. Maybe I can show you. Let me show you here. The fire were coming from under the ground as if there's a volcano. Even though the fire you will see now, this is not from the. We don't want this stupid music. Look at this now. You will see the fire coming from the ground. Even though the bombing is not there, the bombing is far, about 500 meters. So imagine how powerful the explosion to the point You see, the fire start coming now. So the explosion happened like 500 years, 500 meter away, and then the pressure of the explosion, make holes in the ground, and then fire came from everywhere. And you see now the fire. Look, the camera. You will see the fire reflecting in the car. Let me see if I can find you more videos. Look at this. This is what Israel can do. They want to send a kid who is 20 years old. Hmm. Look at this. My friend, I advise every one of you for the safety of your, and of your future. There's two you should not mess with: women and Israeli IDF, Mossad. Stay away from those, okay? For your safety. Women are dangerous, very dangerous. And IDF are very dangerous too. So for your safety, take my advice. Keep distance from those two. You want to live? Stay away from women. They are very dangerous. They grow their nails for a reason. Don't think they are doing it for beauty. They lie to you. They are doing it for a reason. They are cats. Meow. So don't get so closer. Okay? You are at risk. Boom. You think, oh, she's a cat. Look how cute she is. The more you get closer, the more you are stupid, you idiot. What are you doing? I mean, you just acknowledge she is a cat. Do you know what the cat can do? Have you ever seen a cat chasing a Doberman? I mean, Doberman run away from them. Don't do that. The other one is the Mossad. Don't be stupid. Be careful. I warn you. Okay? Like, did you ask yourself how I can survive many wars? Well, a very simple rule. I don't make the Mossad upset, and I don't make women upset. For safety reason, it's not because. Do we have any women here? Thank God there's no women. I'm safe. Okay. All right. uh, uh-huh. Let us see. Let us see. All right. I think we have enough for today. And leave your comment and tell me what do you think. However, if you think Israel is the one who killed Charlie, give me your number, address. We will send you a pager. I will call my friend Jack Shalom in Israel. They will send you a pager. You do not need to assassinate you they will send you a pager. Very easy. Don't listen to those stupid liars. They want to blame the Jews for everything. We know who was behind the propaganda. CP does not like women. Did I say I don't like women, guys? Did I say that? What's wrong with you? Why you manipulate my words? I did not say that. But you don't. There's many things you like, but they are dangerous. What's wrong with you? Hmm? Like I like the view from the top of the mountain, but I'm not going to go there. Hello? Do you go for everything you like? Like imagine you have a woman, she is your wife, and her name is Cow Dance. You wake up in the morning, you see her face, or Nancy Pelosi. I prefer to join Hamas before I do that. I'm not trying to make women upset. Don't, I'm just joking, okay? I mean, for safety reason, I apologize. And I regret anything I said making you upset. Please forgive me. I don't mean it. I surrender. And uh, I hope, like, I hope you heard nothing, right? I mean, I was joking, okay? You know, yeah. Guys, we have to fix it before we leave. This will remind me, of a teacher. You know, I used to be always a very good student. You know, somehow. So there's a teacher. He hate me. He hate me very much. You know, like the guy. You know, because I was getting busted. So once we have an exam, and then he came and he have my paper. Like, you know, when you make the exam, he said, "Look at this guy. Look at him." He claimed that he is what he is, and he claimed to be smart, and he is good in Arabic. Look how he wrote this word. Look. And he opened the paper. Look. And then he starts saying, even a child will not write it this way. Even an idiot will not write it in this way. How in the world you write it in this way? And I'm smiling. And this he said, look, he don't even care. He's smiling. He's not even affected. You know, he don't care for insult. So then after he, you know, bashing me for like 5 minutes, and he said, "Do you want to say anything?" I said, "Yeah, sir. This is how the word written in the Quran." The second he heard me saying, "This is how the word written in the Quran," his face turned yellow, his hands start shaking, and he said, "Oh, in fact, you see, he's right. In fact, this is the correct way to write it. I was hoping that one of you would say, 'Sir, this is the way correct to,' you know." And then the ring the bells for the student to leave. It was the last class to go. It rings, so we have to go. He closed the door. He said, No, nobody go, nobody go. And then he started explaining that he was trying to make us tell the truth, that this is the right way. He was trying to test us, you know. But the guy, I mean, I made him shish kebab. He was terrified that because the kids now will go home, will tell their parents. One student, he wrote the word as written in the Quran. The teacher told him, "Oh, even donkeys will not write it in such a way." And then after that, when we are leaving, he walked next to me. He says, "You are shaitan. You are shaitan. You have a brain of the devil." This is how it's written in the Quran. And he's right, it's wrong. There's tons of words in the Quran written wrongly. So he was right. He's been honest. This word should not be written this way. But the second I said, "This is how it is in the Quran," he switched. "This is the correct way." Absolutely. Hypocrite, coward, potato. And I always cook them. Other teacher just remind me, you know, we have an exam for in the school. So like the Christian, they have exam in a Christian material. The Muslim, they have, because we study religion. And the Muslim, you know. So the teacher, he did not know I'm a Christian. So I start acting, and I decide to get him busted. So the guy next to me, everyone, he sit in one bank, one, you know, table. So there's one person in front of you, one person behind you. So I turned my face, you know, and I made myself like talking to the guy behind me. So this teacher Abdul, who, you know, I know him that he is a, you know, he's a, with the beard, he is a sheikh. So he came to me. He said, "I got you. You're cheating." I said, "No." He said, "You're cheating. I saw you." I said, "Oh, well, I did not." So he called the principal. The principal came. He said, "What happened?" I said, sir, I saw him turning his face, talking to the guy behind him, cheating." The principal, he says, "If he show you, he saw you, he will not be lying." I said, "Okay, well, how that will work?" He said, "Why not?" He said, "Well, the guy before behind me is a Muslim, the one in front of me is a Muslim, so we will cheat in what?" The principal looked at the teacher. He said, "Sir, how that can happen?" Because the exam is about religion. So my questions is about Christianity. Their question about Islam. So we will cheat in what? It's not like mathematics or physics. So the teacher looks so stupid and so dummy, you know. And I did that on purpose, you know, when I put him in the corner. Like it was the last day in the year. I have to do something before I go, you know. So I turned my head and I put my hand in the front of my face and like make him, you know. He heard me. It's true. I was doing that, you know. But and for him, he did not know I'm a Christian. He thought I'm, you know, like asking the guy behind me. But then when the principal came, I said, the guy is a Muslim, and the guy in front of me is a Muslim. So cheat what? They would teach me the Bible, you know? The principal, he looked at him, he said, you better be careful next time. Okay, son. Okay, son, you are right. Okay, continue, please. So let me add something more. Don't mess with women, and don't mess with the IDF, and don't mess with the Christian Prince. Otherwise, you will be sorry. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a good time. And until we see you once more soon again, remember always that we are the one who share the truth, and the truth will set you free. And the truth is our Lord. He said, I am the way, I am the truth, and there's no other way to the Father but by me. Never listen to people who says to you they can save you. Never believe anyone who says to you, I am the way, because this is all proven to be false. There's no, in Christianity, there's no savior beside Jesus. There's no pope, there's no priest, there's no Christian prince, there's nobody. And that will make you feel more comfort, because that will avoid you from being lost like other religion, who they have many people claiming to be that can save you. In Christianity is a clear cut. It is only the Messiah. It's not angels. It's not a prophet. It's not Moses. It's not Peter. It's not Paul. It's not nobody except one name. The Father, he gave him the power over the flesh in the day of judgment. So your judge will be the Messiah. You will be resurrected by the Messiah. You will be saved by the Messiah. You will be taken to heaven by the Messiah. And if you are a bad person, you will be taken to hell by the Messiah. So the Messiah is your mercy. The Messiah is your judge. The Messiah is going to be the one who will dictate on you who and where you will be. Who you will be, which means who you will be as a person as a child of God, or a person who is a demon who will be punished for eternity. So you better choose the correct choice. Life, all of it is about choices. When you cross the street, you check the street, otherwise somebody will hit you. A car will go over you, will run over you. When you marry a man or a woman, you make a choice, and the choice can be costly, can be bad, can be good, it can be anything, but it's your choice. When you do investment, when you buy, when you sell, when you have a friendship, life, all of it is about choice. This is Christianity, the belief of a free will. And because you have a free will, your will be either your friend or your worst enemy. So be sure that your will is done right. Jesus, our Lord himself, when he spoke to the Father, he said to him, let your will be done, not my will. Even the Messiah himself, he said to the Father, let your will, not my will. There's many things our will lead us. Temptation, sex, money. Our will can be deceiving. Choose the will of the Father, for your will can be bad, especially if that will is led by temptation, greed. All of those will never be successful. Let the will of the Father, and what is the will of the Father? You can find it in the Bible. Treat others the way you like people to treat you. Love others. Don't hate. Don't kill. Don't murder. Don't steal. Don't cheat. And the top of that, love your Lord. Because the love of the Lord and the fear of the Lord is the best of the wisdom. Those who don't fear, we don't fear the Lord because he is scary, even though he is if he decides to punish us. But we love the Lord, for he is the only one. He allows us to call him Father. We pray to our God, calling him Father. He is very loving, to the point he decided to take you as a child, not as a pet, not as an animal in a cage. He gave you a free will so you can enjoy life. You can be who you are. However, the free will is the same as a sword have a sharp edges. It can cut you. So don't cut yourself. Learn how to use the sharp edge. The sharp edges exist to cut through, but not through you, and not through others, but through life so you can go to heaven. So be careful. Use what God gave you as a gift so you can be gifted more. It's like, when I give you a gift and I find that you are doing great, I will give you another gift and bigger gift. So God, he gave you a gift. It's called life. God gave you a gift. He called you child of God. God gave you a gift. He sent you his son, his only begotten son. So make the gift get bigger so you can receive more and you will be in the kingdom of the Lord one day. So I want to say thank you all for all of you having you here. And I will see you soon again. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.